What's up, guys, and welcome back to the adventures of TNT. If you're new here, I'm your girl Tasha, and welcome to my country music journey. If you would like to come on this journey with me, go ahead and leave your favorite country music songs down below, and while you're there, subscribe to the channel. So today, I have a request from Scotty. Scotty, he knows that I need some more Bocephus on the channel, some Hank Williams Jr. on the channel, because he was in a Gretchen Wilson song, and I knew he was familiar, but I couldn't place his name. And I've done several reactions from Hank Williams Jr., but obviously I need more. So Scotty, being the good person he is, he's helping me out, and he actually said that my request this month is a fun song from Hank Jr. and Don Helms, who was an original member of his dad's drifting cowboy band. It's the Ballad of Hank Williams from 1983. It tells of his dad's wild and rowdy and sometimes alcohol-induced butthole ways. And this is told from Don Helm's front row view. I also wanted to tell you a little history on how Hot Hank was in the 80s. Wow, he went by Hot Hank. He had 29 singles during that decade. All but 3 made the top 10 on the charts, with 8 being #1 hits. Back in the 80s, they ranked the top 75 albums weekly. At one point in 1982, Hank Jr. had 8 albums on the chart at one time. That's unbelievable and unheard of. And he said, plus, it will never happen again. So he said that's just a little info on Bocephus, and I love it. I love when you guys help me out. You give me some background history on the artist that I'm doing my journey on. And so I'm excited to actually jump into this Ballad of Hank Williams. Just a quick note. I don't think this one is going to get blocked, but just in case it does get blocked, you won't hear any audio. So, sometimes I say this and people are still like, I don't hear any audio. What's going on? Y'all, if you don't hear any audio or you don't see the video, it has been blocked. There is nothing that I can do about it. So in order to upload it on the channel, the audio and the video both sometimes has to be removed. So you can view it on our Patreon free of charge, thanks to our Patreon family like Scotty here. Make sure if you check us out on Patreon and view the free blocked videos that you stop by and say thank you to the Patreon supporters, because without them it would not be possible. So let's go ahead and jump into this. And make sure all my stuff is working okay.
Don, tell us how it really was when you was working with Daddy.
Well, in 1950, I took a little nip along with Mr. Williams on the way to Mississippi. We were stacked 8 deep in a Packard limousine when we met this promoter in the town of New Orleans.
Well, a man told Daddy he had what it took, and he liked the way he sang, and he liked the way he shook.
He said pretty soon he'd make us all rich, and we started believing that fat son of a bitch.
Oh.
Now, Daddy told a man, if you want to make some dough, take a little money and book me on a show.
And we played them dates and we filled the places well, but Hank, he done floored the profit all to hell, cause he'd run through a 10 and he'd run through a 20 and he'd run through a 100 just as hard as he could go.
Like a big double cross to a little bitty feller, he spent $1,000 on a $100 show.
Wow.
Hank looked at me with a funny looking grin, said, I've been to the opera and I'm going back again. We met the owner in a little office there, a big fat fella with some artificial hair. He told Hank he wanted half of everything he made, or he'd have to tell Audrey about some women Hank had laid.
Ooh.
And you told Daddy he better get smart, get rid of them fellas and make a new start.
That's
Fired
right.
my ass and he fired Jerry Rivers and he fired everybody just as hard as he could go.
He fired old Cedric and he fired Sammy Pruitt.
And he fired some people that he didn't even know.
Wow. This is crazy. Wow. Interesting. This is very interesting. Let's continue.
Well, every song he made, it went to #1. Y'all was working like hell and you was having fun.
We was riding every day and a playing every night, and every 20 minutes some of us had a fight.
Wow.
Now, Daddy, he was making money hand over fist, and y'all were getting screwed, but you wasn't getting kissed.
Ooh.
Yeah, I told him to pass a little bit around, but he said he'd rather send it to his folks in Alabama.
So he fired your ass, and he fired Jerry Rivers, and he fired everybody just as hard as he could go.
Fired old
Wow.
Cedric and he fired Sammy Pruitt and he fired some people that he didn't even know.
Dang, Hank Williams Sr.
Now the owner of the opera, he's a doing pretty good. He's got a music company that they call Cedarwood.
And Hank played nothing but sold out halls, and I was pumping gas in greasy overalls, cause he fired my ass and he fired Jerry Rivers. He fired everybody just as hard as he could go.
He fired old Cedric and he fired Sammy Pruitt.
And he fired some people that he didn't even know. Hank run through a 50 and he'd run through 100 and he'd run through 1,000 just as hard as he could go.
Buying Cadillac, cause paying double alimony.
And he fired some people that he didn't even know.
Wow.
Don, you know you used to work for me one time.
I sure remember that, but come to think of it, you fired my ass back in 1972.
Well, that's a family tradition. Yeah. But I kept Jerry Rivers.
Right.
Family tradition. So I did do a reaction to Family Tradition, and so it's starting to make some sense now. It's starting to all come together now. Very interesting. I would actually like to do some Hank Williams Sr. songs because I'm interested in knowing more about him, because I think it'll, give me more insight to Hank Williams Jr., Hank Williams Sr. Let's see. Yeah, I definitely want to check him out because it seems like there was a lot of turmoil as well. They were making light of the situation in this fun song, but there is definitely some bad habits there, drinking habits that Hank Williams Jr. picked up, family traditions. So I'm definitely going to have to revisit some of Hank Williams Jr.'s songs as well. This is deeper than I thought. So, but this was a fun song. I'm glad that they could make light of the situation. Sometimes you have to, sit back and laugh if you get over those issues. So thank you, Scotty, for making this request. If you know more about Hank Williams Sr. and Hank Williams Jr., let me know in the comment section down below. Suggest more songs for me to do. And if you love what we do, you want to support the channel, supporting us, sharing country music with the world, because it's so much bigger than a reaction channel. I love country music and I want to share it with the world. I think more people need to hear it, and that is our goal on the channel. So if you want to help us do that, find us on Patreon. You can become a part of the Patreon family, or you can donate. So we'd love to see you there. I'm sure Scotty would love to see you there as well. We all would. And yeah, like, share, and subscribe so I can see you next time. Ta-ta.